Dear students, I'm very happy to do a new lecture on the revenue stream for the P2P platforms. These are my objectives, my learning objectives, your learning objectives. And in a sense, they are the contract, as I have said before, between you and me. You evaluate me at the end of this course based on these objectives. Because a good lecture on the income stream should cover these topics. We see at the end of this lecture if they are covered. We are having 5 chapters to study on this one, and the very first one of it is a model of revenue stream. You should be very proud to work in a market-based economy, because in a market-based economy, an entrepreneur who is rich, a company who is making money, they can only do so if they deliver most value to the customers. In other words, there is a dialectic relation of value creation. You create value for your stockholders, for yourself, for your pocket, only and only if you create values for your customers. Because you can get rich in a market-based economy only through exchange, and exchange is voluntary. Nobody is obliged to do business with you, but they do if you give them more values. This is our model. I hope now you are familiar with, and we work on this part. You have already delivered customer value. We have covered in the previous lecture. Now the objective is to know, once you deliver values to your different sets of customers, how do you cover your expenses and get probably a profit? Do you charge the 2 sets of clients? Do you charge one of them? Whatever you do, how do you charge? How do you get money? Mainly, there are 2 ways of making a price fixed. Either you go by a subjective theory, and we can call it also ceiling approach, because you consider the price or the value depends on how a customer who receives the product perceives it, evaluates it. Or you go for an objective theory or approach, and you say that, after all, I have objectively actually paid for some expenses. In order to cover my expenses, I need to fix a price. These 2 objectives, these 2 approaches, are the basic approaches for fixing a price, and fixing a price is very important in the component of income stream in a P2P business model. The price is value-based, in the subjectivity of the customer, or cost-based in the objective expenses of that one. The relation between these two is very important, between the value you deliver to the customer and the value you get, the income stream you get. Just consider video gaming. You see, the more you go to your right, the more is the amount of sales. But it can be so only if you give values to them. That's why the programmers, they adapt and they improve and they upgrade the technology of gaming with different available technologies and tools. Only in that way, gamers find exciting values of gaming in technologies. Imagine you give them a video game while the gamer is already on a smartphone. So it's not going to be as exciting as you can imagine. That's why gaming should be integrating values of whatever is available on the market. This is a very good example you have before your eyes. How do you want to fix though your price? We come back on it, the two basic of it, as you have seen, but unfortunately now you know the theory, but we do not have time to work on it. Now you know about pricing, you know about the importance of getting money in return of delivering customer value. How do you define it? An income stream is irregular. That's fine to have a sudden, spontaneous wealth, revenue, if you wish. But when we call it the revenue stream, is like an avenue. It should be streamless. It should be regular over time. You can count on it. Otherwise, you cannot plan. You cannot strategize. So income stream is regular from one set of clients, two set of clients, and so on. There are different forms of it. Please have a look on different types of income streams you might have. An income stream, a revenue stream, is not a profit. As you can see on my left, on your left, you have Amazon, which is increasing its income, revenue over time, not the profit. Profit came much later. This is what people do not see. People see Amazon everywhere, giant, whatever, but they don't know if Amazon does make money or not, profit or not. So your revenue, you should define it in a business model by all means, but you should also make sure that this revenue is pertinent and enough for having a profit. Otherwise, you are losing money. Okay? So please do remember the component of income or revenue stream in a P2P business model not only should be regular, steady, but also sufficiently big, sufficient to make a profit after. So consider that how you can make money now with all we have said previously. Consider that there is a manufacturer. There is a cost of production, as you can see here. Nobody has interest to sell a product at the level of cost of production because you don't make money. So you prefer to have a profit. So there is a zone of profit. You want to increase it as much as you can, but you don't know if the client buys it, and you don't want to reduce it to none because you don't have any interest to do that. The client has exactly the same logic and reasoning. A client buys if, in his, her opinion, subjectivity, the value of the product is bigger than the price he gives away to have the product. It's exactly the same logic, reasoning that a producer does. A producer says, I have costs. I do this business if I can sell it more with a profit. A customer says, this product costs to me, it has a price. I buy it only if there is a value on it for me, in my subjectivity, bigger, more than the price I pay for it. This profit for a manufacturer can be increased if the manufacturer can decrease the cost, the margin becomes bigger. Or if the manufacturer can increase the margin or the number of margins. This is what we see, how we can apply it to the P2P platform economy. But you should be aware, you should be familiar with the theories and concepts before we develop them. Then this profit, the manufacturer can decide to share it, not to share it. Share it, it means that the manufacturer reduces the costs. The manufacturer reduces the price so that the client profits more, or the manufacturer might decide to give more profit per share, per stock. Okay, I hope it's clear. We go now to the next. Okay, people, let's go to the new chapter. The revenue stream in P2P platform economy. You do remember this one. That was in the lecture on introduction to the platform economy. And you know that we mainly concentrate on P2P activities. There are many forms that a platform can do to earn revenue and income. Selling, cyberspace for ads, affiliation. It means that if you send to a platform some clients, the platform pays for it to you. For example, Google Ad pays you if somebody on your platform clicks on the Google Ad, and that's it. A commission is the basic predominant mode of income stream for P2P activities. they make a match between the two sets of customers, and that they get a commission, a proportion relative to the amount of transaction between them. By databases and profiling, you can earn money. Licensing, for example, the license of your application. PayPal, which is a P2P platform, earns a lot of money by doing this by the license. And on a P2P platform, there are many services that you do not do on your own because this is not your competency, but you do that by mainly buying, renting, leasing a license. Maintenance, donation, and stock value are different forms. One more time, what I would like to share with you people, you have seen on the previous slide very shortly, but here, because of time, I came to here. There are always two sets of clients. You might consider that you obtain your income stream from the two sets of clients. Let's go for some examples. Home exchange platform. There are some who seek for a home. There are landlords. And you see for both of them here, each platform asks for fees. Otherwise, they cannot pay. Well, here, home seeker is not membership. Fees is rather, well, some of them there is a membership, but some of them, Airbnb, for example, is not a membership fee if you are looking for a room. But some of them, home exchange, for example, they ask for a fee because you exchange your home. This is online dating. It's both of them, they pay to be, for example, on Match, on Harmony, on Adopt a Mac here, and but this is for premium. There is free for entering in, but you do not get a good customer value proposition. This is what I explained to you on the previous slides, is that the more subjective value you give, the more you can charge your customers. One more time on online platforms, you can see that both are charged here. Sometimes you charge mainly one of your sets of clients. For example, if you take Etsy, Etsy is a very good American platform, which what it does is that it attracts the craft men and women, kind of artists. In French, you call them artisans. They are not artists, they are artisans. They are handy, but this is rather craftsmen and women. Well, they can sell on that one, and a huge market suddenly for them. That's why I would like you to consider this one, which is a very important theory, is one-sided pricing on two-sided markets. You know that the markets are two-sided. That you know, by all means. But you do not charge for your income or revenue stream both sets of clients. In the realm of two-sided markets, so one-sided pricing is referring to a strategy where one set of customers is charged while the other enjoys the service for free. Why? Why this asymmetric pricing model? Because this pricing model aims to balance revenue generation from one side with the strategic advantage of attracting and retaining users on the other side, creating a dynamic and sustainable ecosystem. What does that mean? Well, it means what you are having here. For example, Mektub. If you do remember, that was an online dating platform for Muslims. Here, they free for women. Because if there are a lot of women, men come more. And there is a dynamic of the networks. This is for many dancing clubs is the same. Free for the girls. So the girls go there, and a lot of men go for meeting and so on. And very often is like this. And you have Gleden is in Dijon is online dating too. One more time is free for women, and men pay to get there. So this is not for only online dating and crafts men and women. Here you see that one for example, Patreon. Patreon is a crowdfunding for artists mainly. They have projects, they come in, and to raise money. You have a beautiful artistic project, you go there and you say, I need money, support me. They might be investors, they might be lenders, they might be just by interest. You might, for example, make a film and you give them places for the film, tickets for the film, different forms. Whatever is at the very end, when the fundraising is successful, then the artist pays a commission, as you can see here on this slide, depending on the services the artist receives from the platform, pays a commission to them. You have that one for Kickstarter. Kickstarter is the same. As you have a project, you go there, and then if the project is the fundraising is successful, then the recipient, the one who receives the fund, pays a commission to the platform Kickstarter. GoFundMe is the same. Kickstarter is rather entrepreneurial. GoFundMe is rather for some people are poor, but however they want to go to a honeymoon. Some people are students. Some people need a surgery and they need money. There are different things. Another form of P2P activities, which is very, very successful in generating revenue, is the fact of influencers, the influence of influencers. What is a kind of P2P activity? An influencer shows a product and do a transaction between two sets of clients. Her followers want to have the same product because the influencer has it, and the brands which want to sell the products branded by them. So this is exactly the same ideology, the same idea of P2P activities. The influencer gets money because of that. And this is good for the brand because they sell more. And this is good for the influencer because they get richer. Influencer here plays the role of a platform. P2P platform. Look, is highly interesting is almost 45% of people who are on social media buy under the influence of the influencers, celebrities that they follow. Is less in Japan. I do not have the figure for France, but is very significant. For example, in United Kingdom, in China, is it shows that the Asian countries or Latino countries, Italy too, they are highly interested in buying by them. I like very much this one. Look how much money do they make. Ronaldo, only by this, a year, more than $1.5 million just by being on social media. Well, I do not know all of them. For example, Justin Bieber, Kendall Jenner, I don't know them, but probably you know them. And if you know them, I don't know if you follow them or not. But this is the way they do. Okay, they P2P activities. They put in connection brands and the fans, and they make money out of this. I like this one even more. It's highly interesting. You see each column, you have a generation. You have generation boomers, generation X, Y, Z, and so on. And you see influencers for each of them. Who is, which generation has which influencer or celebrities. And as you can see, they make big money. Already the interesting thing is that this is, many people say that artificial intelligence and new technologies, they replace human labor, and that's not good. They do not get money anymore. They do not have income anymore. But the thing is that be very adaptive, be very original. New jobs come in. This is the new job, influencer. Some of them, they are very good. For example, Ronaldo. But some of them, I have been told they do stupid things and they get money. I've been told that a couple, they just let the camera free in their house, whatever they do. The camera is shooting and they have a lot of followers and they earn money. Not that I suggest or not, I do not judge. This is not my job doing. This is not my business. But I'm saying that, well, new jobs arrive too. And you can make money, you students. For example, my children, they are in the higher education, but probably under the impact of their father, they are highly interested in digital technologies. And some of them, I have some students doing that too. They buy good stuff cheap, but you should put time, from some corners, from some platforms, and they sell more expensive on other platforms. They do the job of any merchant, buying and reselling with profit. I had a student doing this, but that was a long ago, highly interesting. That was, he was Nicolas, I have forgotten his family name. He was highly interested in Photoshop, and he had a blog that was original at that period of time. And Google contacted him saying that put our ads on your blog. I'm explaining blogging, I'm sorry, here. And whenever visitors of his blog clicked on the ad, the Google retributed Nicola, and he earned money. Now, the thing I gonna explain traffic and arbitrage is that at Google is more expensive. In other words, if you ask for an ad on Google, is more expensive than on Bing, Microsoft. Some people do like this. They put the ad of their blog on Microsoft and they generate traffic, and they say to Google, put your advertising. I have visitors, they click on your ad. So you see, they pay less for attracting visitors, and they sell it more expensive to Google. Let's go to the third chapter, the impact of AI on revenue stream. I'm sorry, this is not customer value proposition, is revenue stream that you are having here. Is a fact that AI is going to increase the profitability. This is an estimation by a very important strategic consulting company, Accenture, and they have found that up to 2035, in 10 years, you are confirmed executives, I hope. If you have installed correctly AI in your business, you can increase your profit in education by 84%, in financial services by 30%, not because efficiency is less, because more people in a financial sector have adopted AI. So the competition is rather tough. It's highly interesting for me, people, looking at this, that how much is going to be more profitable for people. But it's not just buying AI, is also being able to use it, is competency of being able to use tools. This is the lecture of the next time that we study together when we study the component of technology in a P2P business model. This is it. If we go to our business model with 4 components, we are working on this. The impact of AI on income streams of a P2P business model is mainly 2 things: cost reduction and sales rise. This is what I explained to you in the introduction. In order to have a greater margin, either you reduce the cost of production or you increase your sales by margin or by market share. And AI can support it and do it very significantly. Look at this, for example, cost reduction. The impact of AI on cost reduction lies in the ability to eliminate redundancies, streamline processes, and optimize resource allocation. AI can do that very good. Automation translates into significant cost saving. Furthermore, AI's ability to optimize resource allocation extends to manufacturing processes where it reduces downtime and minimizes waste. So you see how AI can reduce the costs. Now, the impact of AI on sales rise, the other side, is the sailing one, when you increase your sales. AI plays a pivotal role in driving revenue growth by fostering innovation, enabling personalization, and diversification of revenue streams. AI can accelerate product development, new products, novel products, innovative products. And these innovative products not only attract new customers, but also generate higher margins because the products are superior in value proposition. AI can also increase revenue by tailoring prices to individual. We call it dynamic pricing. That by that one, they increase also the margin. Search optimization. They can send to specific segments when the clients are not aware of the product and make the product familiar to them. Recommendation systems. Predictive analytics on forecast customer demand. In other words, that what would be the demand of customer in 2 weeks. In other words, customer needs something and he is not aware of, or he does not have time to order it, but your AI can send a message that you don't have, for example, milk in your refrigerator anymore. Should I deliver it to you? Okay, so these are another force. Consequently, we can say that by leveraging AI capabilities, businesses can unlock new growth opportunities and strengthen their competitive advantage in the ever-evolving marketplace of P2P activities. One example is here, as you can see on Airbnb. AI can make a better, find a better room. This is the platform, okay? Can find a better room from a host for a visitor. And gets money for that one. And again, is the best visitor for the host. And these are transactions for Airbnb and getting money, request, fee, and so on. Prosper does the same. Prosper is, we have studied Prosper in the lecture on customer value proposition. This is for crowdfunding, for raising money, as you can see. Here again, they use AI and they get a lot of money, because by AI, they can find new customers on 2 sides. Those who have money to lend, those who need money to borrow. And the AI can identify them better. Dynamic pricing based on their profiles, on their history with the platform, with the financial activities, and so on. AI can reduce the cost of offering new services to them. And they create new revenues by all that. This is the impact of AI for Prosper. Now this is, you can have a look, okay, if we meet, we can do that. Have a look, just, I leave it to you, just think on yourself about Alphabet. You know, Alphabet is Google, and see the basic revenue streams on this slide, and just see which one is P2P. And you see the basic one, advertising, is P2P. Isn't that right? Google makes money by saying that brands, I put you in connection with visitors, with eyes, and they make money out of this one. Look at this one. Have a look on this one, Meta as Facebook, also with Instagram and so on. They also make a lot of money by advertising and P2P. Now, if we meet, we will work more on it by discussing it. Here, people, a basic money generating is all data on you. They are highly profitable for those who have it. They can resell it, and they can give you good products even better. If you know people, you cannot imagine how better they can know you, even better than your partner. So they know what you need, what you buy, and they can find a product that you want to buy and they sell it to you. Or they can sell your data to a seller. That one might be interesting too. I firmly suggest you to watch this movie here. We cannot, unfortunately, because of time, because we have other things to do after this lecture. But you will not regret. Yuval Noah Harari is a historian. He is originally Israeli, but he is now worldwide known, and his books are the best sellers. And here he says why data is important and why is going to be probably for different regards the most important money generating source. We are about the end of it, people. Let's go for a self-evaluation. Please have a look on these things. These are the important topics that you should know about the component of revenue stream in a P2P business model. And you also need that for your individual project. So if you have any question, please send me emails, contact me. You should be very knowledgeable about these concepts. I am done, but I give you more resources either for your job or for later for your general knowledge or your for individual project. This is a question you might know is normally I work with my students. I ask them to take one of these platforms and to find what are the revenue streams. Do they earn money from the two sets of clients or only one of them? And what are the other forms of revenue streams? So that would be nice if you do that on your own. This is a new, very modern strategic understanding of revenue stream. What does that mean? A revenue stream, people, is not only that you make profit. In other words, when you make profit, it's not only that you are making a profit. If you don't make a profit, it's bad. But if you make a profit, don't be content yet. Because you might ask, if I had invested in another project, would I have earned more or less? Is that right? So if you have earned less as an investor, you might say that, okay, I have profit, but I need more profit, because if I have had invested in other projects, my return would have been more important. This is a theory you should know, and is important added value. Is important economic added value. Economic added value is when you compare to earning money from other projects. However, you might say, I earn less, but I'm happy because this is a project that I love, I like. I get less money, but I have more passion for it. For example, as an example, in my career, I have had opportunities to work in other businesses with a much higher salary, but I'm very happy to be a professor, to be in academia. And well, if I have less money, I have more passion, more subjective values, as we have seen in the introduction, and we are happy. People, you have, and at the end, I have 3 ethical questions that you might know and discuss about for the P2P platform economy. We don't do that because of time, but it is important. What do you think, Airbnb or hotel? If you go to Airbnb and don't go to a hotel, and the hotel bankrupt, is it ethical or not? I personally would say this is economy, this is a competition, this is the business, but we might have a discussion on it. This is about vehicles that you, as taxi, that you deliver other people here, and this is what you earn here. Is it fair or this is not fair? VTC is voiture de transport avec chauffeur, is that is rather a taxi, if you wish. And this is now I put Uber, but you have many of them as competitors that you see. We should discuss if this is fair or not. This is so another question. These are ethical questions that normally I see with my students, but well, we need more time for discussing them. That's it, people. I'm very happy for this second component of the business model that I have lectured on. Now you are in shape, in line for doing the next chapter of your individual project. Thank you very much.